Hi guys, it's Monday the 12th of August. I hope you all had a good weekend. It was an absolutely lousy one, so I hope you all stayed in and played board games or watched some films on the telly or even got out to the cinema. So some good stuff there last week. Right, it's a Monday, so what we do today is have a look at UK DVD Blu-ray releases. So there's 5 today that I've picked out of the main ones. We've got a superhero comedy, horror, a western, drama western, and a couple of sort of box sets. One a historical feature, and the other an adult animation, adult cartoon, which I've never seen that one. But it looks interesting. I'll probably give it a go at some stage. Right, let me just have a look now what we're going to look at first. Right, the first big one I think we've got to have a look at today is Shazam. 2 hours, 12 minutes, classed as an action adventure comedy. We all have a superhero inside us. It just takes a bit of magic to bring it out. In Billy Batson's case, by shouting out one word, Shazam, the streetwise 14-year-old foster kid can turn into a grown-up superhero, Shazam. And I saw this at the cinema when it came out. I won't give you my rating yet. It scores a 7.2 on IMDb rating, Internet Movie Database. I think it took just over $350 million at the box office worldwide on a budget of 100 million. So obviously not too bad going. Most familiar guy in it was Mark Strong, who plays the baddie. I like. I've seen him in a few things. Obviously, some of the other people I may have recognised, but it's a mainly young cast. So a lot of the guys you may know, but I certainly didn't know. So let's just have a look at some of the reviews on this from other people. Let's say it's got a rating of 7.2. User reviews. Here we go. Let's start with here's a good one. 10 out of 10. They must have superhero fatigue. Why? This movie is at its very least comparable to every other. Here's what this movie has. A lot of really genuine good comedy. You aren't going to laugh at dirty jokes. You aren't going to laugh at corny jokes. You're going just to laugh. And obviously he liked it. Got 7 out of 10 here, which is probably the average. Probably an unpopular opinion. It's headed. It was pretty much exactly what I expected, which is really enjoyable and light-hearted superhero film with some funny moments. That will be enough for most people, but it just didn't blow me away. Yeah, I mean, that's 7 out of 10. I'll tell you now was my score, 7 out of 10, and I can't disagree with that sentiment. It didn't blow me away. Another one, 6 out of 10. Technically 6 out of 5, 6.5, but overall I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Story-wise, it does the job without much surprise or imagination. Just going for what I thought, there's some nice scenes in it, some nice bits of comedy, but it's a bit disjointed. It's long. It's 2 hours, and to be honest with you, all right, it's a superhero film. Perhaps we are used to those being a bit longer than the norm, but this quite didn't have that sort of feel to it. It was 2 hours too long. Hour 40 minutes tops. That's probably would have done. So, I mean, people are sort of agreeing there. I mean, it is some nice moments, but does sort of not grab you like some of the other superheroes. But it's a comedy. It's good, and I say it's a young cast. So I give it 7 out of 10. And what else did I say? Very ordinary. We wanted 1 or 2 nice, funny scenes, which it is. I mean, there's a 5-minute little 2, 3, 4, 5-minute section where he's testing his superhero things, and it is funny. But sorry, 2 hours is too long. But I wouldn't put you off going out and buy it. It's good fun. I think all ages would probably like it, but some of the humour perhaps goes over the younger kids' heads. So that's Shazam, which is released today on UK DVD and Blu-ray. It's a 12A certificate, so go and buy that if you fancy it. Right, the next one, let's put this one in. Obviously, is one of these that has mixed opinions from people. It's a horror originally from the pen of Stephen King. It's a remake, which obviously some people don't like because they start comparing it automatically to other ones. Pet Sematary, a 15 rating, IMDb rating of 5.8 out of 10, which isn't great, obviously. Excuse me a moment there. The original was made in 1989, which I had watched. I've not gone back and rewatched it. Obviously, I think I enjoyed the original. I mean, that only had a 6.6 out of 10 rating in if you go onto IMDb. So this at 5.8 is a little bit less. The original film had an 11 million budget back in 1989. I think was quite high compared to this one, which has only had a 21 million budget. So 30 years later, it's only gone up 10 million in budget. It made 110 million at the box office, so it certainly got its money back. Faces, I know, again, obviously the one I knew more was probably John Lithgow, who I do enjoy as an actor, and he did add a little something to it. I mean, the story is about Dr. Creed and his wife relocate from Boston to rural Maine with their 2 young children. The couple soon discover a mysterious burial ground hidden deep in the woods near their new home. So there you go, you've got that. So I think it's a film most people would know about at some stage. Let me just get some of the user reviews. So I mean, what did I give it? I give it 7 out of 10. I was kind to it. This one, I give it 7. Let's have a look at some of these. 5 out of 10. Sometimes Dead is me. The recent success of Stephen King adaptation must have inspired the creation of this film. Well, I think they've recreated a lot of Stephen King films over the years. So it's not just a recent phenomenon. Obviously, Stephen King's very popular to put it on screen. I have not seen the 89 version. I've only just now started reading the book. Again, the books are always going to be your first go-to, I think, if you like reading. I was recently excited to see this film, and it had some potential, but the final product is a serviceable but mediocre horror film that entertains but doesn't truly scare. I mean, yeah, it's one of those things. Sometimes you have to just turn your brain off and just watch a film and enjoy it for what it is. We've got a 1 out of 10, seriously disappointed. We've got a 3 out of 10. What's with all the 10 reviews? So obviously he's angry that people are giving it 10 out of 10, which is oh yeah, it's ridiculous. But in the same way, 1 and 3 out of 10 is probably ridiculous as well. 1 out of 10, it should be buried in the pet cemetery. Not very pleasant. 6 out of 10, bored cemetery. Still give it 6 out of 10, which isn't a disaster. 7 out of 10, 5 out of 10, very dull. So as you can see from those scores, the characters were okay, the scenes were okay. It's only 1 hour and 40, so 1 hour and a half without credits. It's shot, I think the original was shot in Maine, which is near where Stephen King lived in 89. And I think he had a very close relationship with the original, and there's no mention of that in this one. But again, without thinking about what the first, I think it sticks fairly close to. I think there's some new little innovations in it. I did like the ending. The ending, some people hated the ending. I thought the ending was pretty good. I did enjoy it. But I know the other thing, the cat in it. Obviously, I did mention last week. Some of these animal parts are played by more than one cat. But the cat that was the main cat in this, unfortunately, died in May this year. Was reported 30th of May he passed away. So the main cat has now died. But as I said, there would have been a few cats involved in this. Yeah, I liked it. Not brilliant. I think it's just turn your brain off, watch it. A good bog standard horror. I'm not going to say anything more than that. I think it's well worth a watch, and it's available to buy, and it's a 15 rating. I liked it. Right, the next one is absolute flop at the cinemas, which, to be honest with you, I can understand. I mean, it's a Western, but a very modern Western. It's not, it's a very dramatic bit of comedy thrown in, and it's called The Sisters Brothers. It gets a 7 out of 10 rating on IMDb. I gave it also a 7 out of 10 rating. As I said, it flopped badly at the box office. It cost $31 million to make, and I think it only got 13 million. Obviously, it can make some money on DVD and Blu-ray and streaming, etc., but that's not very good. It's set in 1850s Oregon. The infamous duo of assassins, Eli and Charlie Sisters, that's the name, Eli and Charlie Sisters, chase a gold prospector and his unexpected ally. It's classed as a comedy. It doesn't even mention Western on here. It says comedy, crime, drama, but yeah, obviously it is a Western. It is quite gritty in parts and looks realistic. I mean, I wasn't there at the time, so I don't know, but it looks good. John C. Reilly, who I like John C. Reilly as an actor. Joaquin Phoenix and Jake Gyllenhaal are the 3 main guys. Let me just have a look at some of the reviews before I just sum it up, really, what I thought. So it's not got the most fantastic reviews here. So let's start the first one. 8 out of 10, surprisingly emotional tale, redemption, and sacrifice. Yeah, I mean, it was a surprising, beautiful combination of classic Western themes with a French twist. Yeah, I think there's a French element to the backing of this film. And yeah, I would agree with that. I started out feeling disinterested by the predictable characters and ended with tears and a smile. Stick with it. Yeah, I mean, it does sort of grow on you. It's hard work at the start, but obviously if you get to invest in the characters, it makes it a lot better. Got 10 out of 10. Jake and Riz have a formidable bond. Yeah, they do. I had an opportunity to watch it early, so please ignore the average low IMDb rating. Audiences gave the Sisters Brothers a 5-minute standing ovation following its debut. Well, I haven't gone that far, but I mean, it is a critically loved. It's one of these films that critics love, but the public perhaps get a little bit bored. They don't really know. I don't think a lot of the people who go to see it know what they're getting into when they go and watch it. Here's a 7 out of 10, which is more on my sort of score. Movies is by all means different of the others Western movies you could have seen. It is funny by moments, rough by moments, calm maybe, too calm sometimes, but the story is great and entertaining, and the actings are just a perfect fit. Cinematography is also great, and it made us feel like we are in it with them. I mean, I'm not going to advance on that. I would agree totally with that. It's well shot. It's very, very gruesome. Not gruesome, but very harsh at times. Obviously, you do imagine some of the gunfights and the killing of people. It's nasty, but it looks so it may have, that's what it's like. Nothing was perfect, in those times. If you shot someone, obviously, if you watch the old standard films, I mean, they die and that's it. But obviously, in real life, it's not a pretty thing. So it wouldn't be like that. I enjoyed it. If you like a drawn out thing, again, I think it's 2 hours. Yeah, just over 2 hours. If you do like a drawn out verbal good story, then why not? It's against a Western backdrop, then why not? But obviously, I can understand why certain people are turned off and why it was a flop at the box office. Definitely a better DVD Blu-ray than it is a movie to go and watch at the cinema for most people. So yeah, I'd give that a go. I mean, I liked it. 7 out of 10. It got 7 out of 10 on IMDb, so they agree with me on that one. Right, the next couple we're just going to look at to finish off today is a couple of things that have obviously been on the TV. One, I've missed both of these so far, but I will go back and watch them. The first one is The Spanish Princess, about Catherine of Aragon, obviously, who famously married Henry VIII's brother originally, ended up marrying Henry VIII, and obviously we all know, if you like your history, we all know she was portrayed in history as quite a powerful and powerful woman, and obviously she had much to do with Henry's reign and guiding him on various things, etc. As a young man. This is getting a little bit mixed reviews. It's got a 6.7 out of 10 rating on IMDb. I think it's getting mixed reviews purely because, let's face it, it's glamorized. It's been turned into a soap opera. And it's obviously a follow-up from a couple of other series, The White Queen and The White Princess. I've seen The White Queen, which I enjoyed. The White Princess I've not seen. So it's a follow-on from them. So it's going to be glitzy. I mean, if you're looking for the truth, then watch I love documentaries. Watch the real documentaries on Catherine of Aragon and Henry VIII if you want the truth. This is all soapy women. It's just titillation at times, I think people called it, which is what it is. It is what it is. So I mean, if you like that sort of thing, if you want a real historical drama that's based on facts, no, don't bother. I mean, let me just have a look at a couple of reviews. I mean, they've done eight episodes. I think they're going to do another further 8 next year, but that's it. It's finishing then. So there'll be 16 in total. But these are the first 8 that's just been released on DVD and Blu-ray today. As I say, it's the sort of thing I will watch. I'll go out and watch this because I do like this sort of thing. But let's just have a quick review from someone here based on the novel. Can't even read the writing on this one. It's so bad. King Henry is desperate to secure his throne, so he arranges a marriage between his dutiful bland son Arthur with the fiery Spanish princess. So as I said, she marries Arthur first, and then obviously marries Henry's son Henry VIII later on, which we all know how that ended. Disaster soon arrives. glitzy glamour, don't believe it. So that's it. I mean, basically, it's just a soap opera. It's 8 episodes. If you like that sort of thing, you like the white princess and the white queen. No reason why you shouldn't like this, but it's not for the true history buffs, that's for sure. So that's Spanish Princess, which is out to buy on DVD and Blu-ray today. Let's have a look at the last one. Now, the last one was piloted back in 2003. There was a pilot episode of this, and it was finally picked up in 2015 with 10 15-minute episodes. And I believe there's been another couple, 2016, 2018 series, but this is for the season 1 on DVD, and it's an adult animation called Mr. Pickles. If you've seen it, again, you've probably looking at the reviews, it's got 7.4 on IMDb. Some people love it, or some people absolutely hate it. But you've got to like the dark humor. You know, I've seen snippets of it, and it does push it makes you cringe at 1 minute, but then does make you laugh at another. So I will go back and watch Mr. Pickles season 1. As I said, I mean, the pilot, they're only 15-minute episodes. I think there's 10 of them on the first DVD, because there was a pilot, so you got plus 10 episodes when someone picked it up and actually paid for the guy to do this. So you've got 11 episodes, I think, on this season 1. And basically, it's the Goodman family live with their lovable pet dog. Well, that's debatable. Mr. Pickles, a deviant, it says here. Deviant. I was thinking of defiant and deviant. Sorry, deviant border collie, which he definitely is, with a secret satanic streak. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's just. I've run you through the episode titles for the first season. It gives you an idea of what the thing is about. Right, the pilot. Grandpa sets out to prove Mr. Pickles is an evil murderer. Tommy falls for a young farmer girl, but she's not interested in a man without a job. Tommy then sets out to find the job. Mr. Goodman's Father's Day pie goes missing. Tommy and Mr. Pickles set out searching for the pie. These are all the episodes and what they're about. The Goodmans go to a baseball game, and Tommy hopes to catch a highly sought-after record-breaking foul ball. The Goodmans go on a family camping trip, and Tommy learns a frightening legend of the Cheeseman. Well, I assume that's not an Ian Cheeseman, if any of you know Ian Cheeseman. Tommy enters the soapbox derby, not derby, and Grandpa finds Mr. Pickles' biggest fear. So, I mean, it just goes on and on. I mean, the 15-minute, short, sharp stuff, very black adult comedy. You've got to like that sort of thing. It's out to buy today. Season 1, as I say, I'm not sure season 2 and 3 will be around at some stage, obviously. So that's to round that off. I mean, that's it today. Hope you enjoyed. Make your comments below. Please subscribe if you can. Out the more the merrier. Say it's early days, but you know, it's enjoy doing this. Hope I can give you some information as well. Tomorrow I'll be back with this little thing. In the days now of VAR, that might be an interesting little play of that board game. I'll be just having a quick look at it and telling you about that board game. And unfortunately, there's no VAR in that. It's an older game, but less said about that the better. So that's tomorrow. I'll be doing a video on that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Give us a subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up. Any comments, mate, below. You can get me at Twitter on nostalgia_movie, at nostalgia_movie. Facebook page under Bernard Deneen with links to Movie Game Nostalgia, which is my website, obviously, for all rare board games, new board games, rare DVDs, and posters. Obviously, I'll do a video every day. So this is the first one. I'll be doing the game review tomorrow, and Wednesday I'll be back with the cinema releases. So as I said, make some comments. I must be doing something right, because I've had a couple of trolls being nasty and sarcastic about me. So on the internet and on the YouTube channel. So there you go. I'm doing something right, and starting getting trolls following me and calling me baldy and specky and other certain things I won't go into. But hey, all good fun. That's the thing of being out there. Hope you enjoy anyway, and have a great Monday. And as I say, if you get any of these films, let me know what you think and what your thoughts are on them. But thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again tomorrow. All the best. Bye.